races for each class, and then we're working our way to the super final. I feel like it's just gotten better each step of the way as we take a look at the starting grid.
Yeah, now remember, these final two GP races are going to be 12 laps each, and then the super final comes after that. And if you're on the verge of making it into that top 8, boy, you got to make it happen here in race number 3 as we're getting ready for race number 3 for the SX2 category.
Yeah, during the break, the track crew has been out with the heavy equipment trying to straighten out some of those ruts, get rid of that corduroy I talked about. They weren't able to work on all of the track. They just took the most important sections where they needed to make it a little safer, like the takeoff of the triple and some of the rhythm sections.
Anstey again all the way to the far left, Jeff.
That's
Should be a huge advantage. There's Viney. There's Courtney Lloyd with our 32nd board up. Team manager for Canada's Motocross of Nations team.
Yeah, we were 8 laps earlier in both race 1 and 2. Now we're going to 12 laps, and the track's going to be even more difficult. They already have 2 races under their belt. It's only going to get harder as the night rolls on.
All right, everybody clicked into gear. Clutches are in. Everybody's focused on the gate. Get ready. We're racing. Whoa! Great start out of the middle of the pack by Chisholm, but Anstey cuts in behind him, and it's McElrath who's first one through Chaos Corner with Chisholm right behind him. Anstey sits back in about 5th as we make our way through the first rhythm lane.
Chisholm off the start. It's like he had a sixth sense of knowing exactly when the gate was going to drop. He was a bike length ahead of everybody.
That is a huge advantage, and Chisholm trying to take full advantage of it. Or McElrath, I should say, with Chisholm. Anstey's down big time coming into that rhythm lane.
I think he missed a shift.
Oh no, he's caught up in one of the top box covers.
Wait, that's not Anstey. No, we got a couple riders down. Anstey missed a shift.
Looking for the red plate of Max Anstey.
There is chaos on the track right now. I believe that's Ryder Kingsford was the first rider we saw down, right here. That's Kingsford, and then he collects the tough box cover and it stalls him out.
Yeah.
See, they got the tough box. They're putting the covers back on it. Colin Park has gone down also.
And Noah Viney had troubles back there as well on the 7. He got off course and back on.
And Anstey
right now is showing in 14th on timing and scoring.
Yeah, he's circulating. He got back up, but I think Anstey missed a shift coming out of that turn into a rhythm section and just went over the bars. I just caught it off the side of the our monitor here.
Yeah, and there goes Chisholm losing his spot right now to the 69 of Cody Schock. That'll put Cody up into 3rd. It's McElrath, Lopes, and then it should be Schock.
I mean, and just when we were looking at the scores, I mean, all day long, Anstey has dominated this SX2 class, and then, boom, race 3.
Crazy.
That's what's so interesting and difficult about WSX, okay? Having a 3-race Grand Prix, plus there's the Super Pole, we've got the Super Final later. There's a lot going on, and you have to execute all these different starts. If you go to the Super Final, that'll be 4 gate drops that you have to execute, where in like traditional Supercross would be 1 main event, 1 gate drop.
And Thompson gets around Chisholm to move up into 4th. So Kyle gets kicked back to 5th, and everybody's still chasing Shane McElrath on the Firepower Honda.
I tell you, Lopes seems to be getting better with each time he gets out on the track. And if you're Rick Ware, who is here in the building, you own this Arby's team. You've got these Yamaha riders of Lopes and Schock here in race 3. They are really starting to put it together. And I got to tell you, Cole Thompson also in 4th, the Canadian rider, he has really impressed me all night long.
Yariv Konski with 2 riders in the top 5 of his Firepower organization. Rick Ware with 2 riders in the top 5 as well, sitting in 2nd and 3rd. And then Dustin Pipes with Kyle Chisholm in 5th, the team owner. Schock watch this battle with Schock in the 16 of Enzo Lopes.
Yeah, Schock goes past his teammate through the rhythm section. Those rhythms are getting tough. It's easy to make a mistake. Oh,
Lopes looking inside.
Oh, they're
through the whoops.
not
And Lopes
enough.
cuts to the outside and loses a bit of ground to him.
I love it. The two teammates out there just making it happen. Just Schock!
Goodbye, Cody Schock, as he comes out of the saddle and hangs onto the bars for dear life all the way off course. He's up, trying to get the bike going again, and the Rick Ware Racing rider returns to the action.
Ralph, I just can't help but think that he didn't hit a rock or something in one of those ruts. Because
Watch this, Jeff. Here comes the replay.
okay, watch on the right side of your screen here. Oh yeah, lots of rocks as he tries to get into the rut.
Look how he hangs on
Oh,
and
yeah.
just rides with the bike all the way off, completely out of the saddle, and just hanging on for dear
Just
life.
lays it down. Wow. I was like,
And trying to keep the clutch in the same
yeah,
time,
trying
right?
to pull the well, and so now the you know that Lopes inherits that position that he just lost. So McElrath and Lopes and Thompson.
Kristen, what can you tell me about the rider out of Brazil, Enzo Lopes?
Yeah, so Enzo Lopes is still regaining strength from something that occurred maybe about a year ago. He told me that he went in for a routine Botox procedure in his right arm. It's something that riders are doing to help prevent arm pump. And he said after that procedure, he lost feeling and lost strength in his right arm. He had to take some time away from racing. He had been off the bike for almost 6 months. He's now just starting to rebuild strength in that arm. He said he doesn't know if it will ever be the same or as competitive as it was. But guys, he is still coming back from that time away from the bike, trying to get his strength back up.
And Jeff, for the average fan out there, arm pump is exactly what it sounds like. Your arms get so pumped up you can't grip the motorcycle the way you need to.
Well, and when your forearms pump up, yeah, you can't use the controls, the front brake, the throttle, the clutch, and it's hard to hold on to the machine. Cody Schock found a way to hold on to his. He wrestled it to the ground, and that puts him back in 8th right now, maybe 7th, as I think he just got past Milan.
He got past the French rider Fonveja, Calvin Fonveja, on the Bud Racing Kawasaki.
Well, and there's Anstey. He's worked his way up to 9th now.
Yep. And here's Max right here. Anstey out of Winchester, England.
Wow, he had such a great night going. It's like, is he just going to have just a perfect night? But this track here.
Well, he'll make his way into super final if he can hang on inside the top 10 here.
Yeah, well, he got the 5 extra bonus points too from the Super Bowl earlier. Oh, you know what he's missing right now? I think he's missing his visor. He
I
is.
think you're right.
He is.
So Anstey probably, no, yeah, the visor's gone. He's got his goggles still there. But those rocks that get kicked up in the roost from the guy in front of him might be getting right into those goggles, and that's definitely going to be a problem.
Yeah, so we're through 7 laps of this 12-lap race. Yeah, look, there's a good shot right there. Look how many. So I talked about the rocks in the turns. People don't really talk about too much, but those rocks get flung up into your hands, your chest, your neck. You catch one on the collarbone. Oh, so bad. Uh-oh, another mistake from Schock.
Yep. And that's going to help Anstey out as he gets inside of Cody. And they battle bar to bar over the finish line jump. There they are. Anstey on the 1, Schock on the 69. And just in front of them is the 31 of Malin, Bryce Malin.
Oh, Anstey goes down again.
Anstey down one more time.
And that's a really uncharacteristic place to fall down. And I wonder if this soil here, this native soil from here in downtown Vancouver, if he caught a rock.
The glacial till bites Anstey again as he puts his foot down, grabs the throttle, and just slides that rear wheel all the way around.
Yeah, that was just on him.
Into the till he goes.
That was all on him. He tried to stay underneath of the rut, and it was just too loose right there. He was just too aggressive.
Yeah, Jeff, he lost a couple of spots all the way back to 12th now is Anstey.
That's really going to help McElrath and Lopes out, and Thompson. That's going to tighten it up.
He's got a couple laps. He's got 3 guys in front of him here. He could get these guys fairly quickly.
Well, he definitely has the speed, right? I mean, he's been the fastest guy all night.
First one is Derek Kelly out of Riverside, California, the 25-year-old on the 58 right here.
Oh, they're getting stingy with those inside lines, Ralph. It's going to be hard to get by. Oh, we got Base Flug up there too.
And here's the 69 is Shock, who's still pounding around in 7th. Cody hanging in there in his rookie season. Well, he's going to have a lot to think about on the flight home, right?
Man, some of these riders have some long flights. Some Australia, Europe.
Yeah. Cody's going to have to go all the way to Dover, Delaware.
A couple of
East
Yamaha
Coast to the
riders here.
US.
So now we see
Barham on the 41 here.
Barham, yeah. So we saw his teammate, Ryder Kingsford, a lot earlier in the first one.
Shock gets around Desprez. Maxime Desprez, the French rider. That was for 6th. Desprez, the 2021 French Supercross champion in the SX1 category. Maxime trying to challenge back through the whoops here on the 141. He's to the inside. Maxime right there with him, but Shock gets through that corner quicker and literally launches himself back out in front of Desprez.
Yeah, that was close. All that work he had done to get by him, by the French rider, and then to give it back up would be really frustrating. But
there's the mechanics area. You can see the signboards out telling their guys to breathe, Jeff, and focus. You got 2 laps to go, 1 lap to go, anything they can to inspire their rider. Here's that battle with Desprez on the 141, Shock on the 69 Rick Ware Racing Arby's backed machine.
well, we're on the last lap, Ralph. 1 to go for McElrath out front.
Desprez on that Team GSM Yamaha. Here's McElrath. What a night he has had on that Firepower Honda.
Yeah, didn't start out like he wanted, but his next 2 races have gone his way.
And Jeff, everybody around the world heard about the devastation of Hurricane Helene that came up through Florida, through Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, and blasted North Carolina. McElrath, who makes his home in Canton, North Carolina, that area just west of Asheville, which was so devastated by that hurricane. So Shane has had to deal with that as he takes the checkers here to win race number 3. His 2nd victory here tonight, the 5th of his FIM World Supercross Championship career. And that victory there will set him up perfectly for the Super Final coming up.
Hey, and Lopes right there. Lopes was only 1.8 seconds off of the finish. Lopes rode amazing. Cole Thompson just a few seconds off of him.
All right, Shane McElrath, a winner again, Kristen.
On that final lap, Shane McElrath's mechanic held out a pit board. It said fight. Shane, it seems as though that's been a theme for you this year. You've had to fight.
Yeah, this is some tough racing. A lot of good guys here. New bike, we're still making changes, still learning, and Yariv, Martin, this Firepower Froth Honda team is unbelievable. I'm so excited to be a part of it. Praise the Lord for this opportunity, man. God is good, and we're gonna keep fighting. This is, it's making us better.